I really feel the energy is 100% retrograding. How about you? What up, gangsters? It's your girl Shannon, and I'm here with the weekly reading. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles. So we are working on trying to find some collaboration, some teamwork. Who can help us out in this situation? And sometimes it's just ourselves that we have to look to really help us out of a situation. I know this week kind of feels heavy already, and we just got to try to hold on to get through it, okay? So we have here the Seven of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Nine of Swords. So this is you trying to patiently wait for things to move forward and end, and you're trying to balance things out, and you're trying to heal from stuff, you're trying to have patience, but honestly, you're just in your head and you're a little frustrated and you're a little just dealing with it. I feel like you're trying to move forward, but then there's a lot of distractions that come in. There's a lot of like you're working on something and then somebody else comes in. There's a lot of like where you've done things and you've progressed things and you've started to get things done, but then you're still like in the midst of dealing with other things interrupting you. So you lose your train of thought, you lose motivation, and you're just like, I'm gonna go do something else. So you might not feel productive, and then you're putting a lot of negative self-talk into your brain. And so it's important for you to remember who you are and remember what you're capable of, and understand that just because you're having a negative moment, or you're having a moment where you're not fully operating at your potential, or things aren't going the way that you really need them to, it's not a reflection of who you are overall as a person. That it is just a moment in time. And to not give up on yourself, to keep moving forward, not give up on certain situations, and to learn to really overcome the toxic thoughts that you might have, right? Recognize a pattern, recognize a system that is happening in your life, and learn how to overcome it. Learn how to let it go. You're going to have the opportunity to become clear about certain situations that need your full attention, that need your revision. And I think I spoke about that last week, right? Because we were starting Mercury retrograde, and now we are in the middle of it, and now it starts getting heavy, where a lot of the patterns are coming up that we don't like from other people or ourselves. And if you're experiencing these things in your life, you have to look at the common denominator, and it's yourself, right? So like, if you are running into traffic and you seem to have issues like being on time and stuff like that, or you're feeling frustrated because you're overscheduling yourself, you might have commitment problems in a sense of like you overcommit yourself, your time, your energy to things because you don't know how to say no to things. You know, if you learn to set boundaries with yourself and other people, it's okay to like want to do all the things, but if you find yourself all the time running on E or overcommitting to something, then maybe that's a pattern you need to recognize within yourself. Why don't I know that I have too much on my plate? Why do I overcommit to things and then underdeliver? You have to learn to recognize these patterns within yourself, because it's not so much of like, oh, okay, I overcommitted and now I have to tell this person that I can't, but it's your thought process afterwards. It's you going, the negative self-talk that you're telling yourself afterwards, like, I'm not a good person, I didn't deliver, I'm disappointing these people. You're perpetuating a story, right? And then also sometimes people don't have self-awareness in the sense of like, you're overcommitting yourself and you're making you're disappointing people, and then then you don't understand, why do these people get angry with me and why are they upset with me? Well, because you keep over-promising and under-delivering, and that's your own personal thing. Look at that cute face right there. And sorry, squirrel. this is an opportunity for you to realize that you overcommit to things, and you need to pull back a little bit of your energy and learn not to commit or overcommit to things. So of course, saying yes to things. So if an opportunity comes to you and you're worried about losing it, but you already have a million things on your plate, how do you reduce the FOMO, right? How do you reduce the, oh my God, I'm going to lose this, it's never going to show up again? You simply say, I really love that and I want to be a part of that. Unfortunately, right now I'm overcommitted, but please, when this opportunity comes again, please bring it to my attention. Or you say, I really love this. Is there a possibility that this is going to come around again? Because right now I'm overcommitted. And they'll say yes or no. No, it's only a one-time thing. You know what? Okay, fine. I'm really interested, but I have to see if I'm able to move other commitments around before I commit to this. And so then you can go have a conversation with these other things. People. You know what I mean. But then you're able to realize and see, is this worth me canceling other things in order to move forward on this? You have to learn to say no to things and to only accept things when you need to. And don't overcommit to things just because you feel like you want to say yes to everything. I feel like now I'm like over explaining. So you got this. You understand what I'm saying. Fire. So we have this fire energy that's here. There's a lot of passion, creativity. There's a lot of things that you want to do. The fire energy is all about doing, getting, completing, going, right? And this is somebody who's searching for fame, recognition, that connection. And so they're saying here, recognize, why are you being a people pleaser? Why are you overcommitting to yourself? What is it that's driving that energy behind you? And it's okay to recognize it, like, well, I don't want to miss out on things, or I'm looking for that one thing that'll make my success. And as long as you're aware of why you're saying that, then when an opportunity comes to you, you're able to decipher a little bit more of whether or not you should commit to it or not. Crown chakra, so this is you connecting deeper. You have the opportunity this week to really connect deeper to your intuition, to source, to a higher connection, higher being, whatever it is that you believe in. Let me see if there's any predictive things that we need to hear. You have the heart, romance. So this could be, some of you are finding out you're pregnant. Some of you are having babies. The cross. And child. So a lot of child things, connecting to your inner child, a lot of communication with your child. So either you are becoming pregnant, you're hearing a pregnancy announcement, you're hearing something about children happening, joy around those situations. Some of you are at a crossroads of whether or not you want to have children. Maybe the partner that you're with wants children, or you want children, or you find out they don't want children, vice versa, whatever it is. Because there's a lot of you watching this. Some of you also will have the opportunity to go out and to feel like a child again. So doing things from the heart that light you up. If you are looking for romance, I know some of you are looking for romance. It may be lighthearted. You can go out on dates and stuff like that, but there's something here that doesn't really last a long time. These people that you go out on romantic dates with can turn into great friendships, okay? Or there's people out there who are like saying that they want a relationship, and then you realize that they're full of shit and they have commitment issues, okay? Some of you, some of you may find out that either a friend of yours, there's a lot of announcements, a lot of people like getting married or making announcements. don't make an announcement to get married during retrograde. Please